Hello again. So today I'm going to be talking about my favorite product right now. Like right now, this is my favorite product. Can't live without it. Just seeing myself with makeup on without it is super weird. So I'm going to talk about my favorite blushes. So obsessed with blush. Always loved blush. Even in the middle when there was that whole like contour and bronzy look, I think you need a little blush to make you feel alive. So let's get into showing you my favorite blushes. I put the rest of my makeup on. I haven't done highlighter and contour because I'm not going to do that in this video because it might take away from how the blush looks, as well as like let's just see it as it is. So I'm going to start with different textures. There's cream blushes, liquid blushes, powder blushes. There's matte. There's ones with a bit of sheen. So I'm going to just start with my liquid blushes. So this first one is the Makeup Revolution liquid blush in the shade Rose Lust. I think you would have seen my videos. I kind of tend to go towards these, and what I do with liquid blushes, I do apply them and then I put a matching powder blush on top. So I'm just going to show you what this is like. It kind of looks like a lip gloss and also has a cover like this, and I'm just going to swatch a bit with my hand. You can see how pretty that is. Like that's like a perfect blush color when you want a little bit more muted. I think it's great for work. Now my next one is my Rare Beauty Liquid Pinch Blush in Love. It's more of a terracotta shade, so it's a completely different tone and shade from what I just showed you. So again, similar brush. I'm just going to show you. So I think I have to show it to you a little blended. So even this one, you blend it a bit. So it does have a little bit of sheen, but it's not a highlighter blush. And then this one. So it goes into a lovely terracotta and it's kind of melts into a more satin finish. This is a bit more glowy. Then I'm going to be showing you a tint. This is for those no makeup days where you just want a little bit of color. This is the Ilana Beet tint. Beetroot pigmented lip and cheek tint. I think in ancient times people use beetroot for blush, so this would be a good example of that. Very liquidy, and you blend it out and it becomes a lot more sheer, but it is more red. Now I'm going to go in for my Pixi On The Glow blush in the shade Ruby. It comes in 3 colors, but I think this color works the best for my skin tone. It's like a roll-on deo kind of thing. It's like this. I think this hand is taken up, so I'm going to show you here. Lovely color, right? So all are quite different, and then you blend it out, becomes a little sheer. Usually what I do, because I'm such a I'm so crazy about blush, is that I layer up blushes. So if I'm taking any of these liquid blushes, I will put a similar matching powder blush on top. Now to go into powder blushes, I do have more powder blushes because these liquid ones are quite versatile and I can do different layering. So for example, this Rose Lust, I can show you like 3 powder blushes that go with it. The first one is this K-Beauty Matte Blush in Deep Plum. So you can see the color here. It's a really nice blush, matte. And I try and swatch it, but powder blushes don't really show too much on the hand, but I will try to show it to you. I can even show it to you layered on top of the Rose Lust I had put. So you can see how it deepens it and gives it a plum color. Now another one I would layer with this is the Flower Pots powder blush in Sweet Pea. It's also a rosy mauve color. So if I don't want to go deep plum, I can go a bit more mauve. So this is another color. They're difficult to swatch really, blushes, because they really show up on the face more. It looks very like subtle here, but it does show up on the skin really nicely. And then another one is the K-Beauty Matte Blush in Mild Berry. So I seem to be going for similar colors. So this also I would put on top of the Rose Lust. And if I'm going for a similar lip as well, I can try and swatch this as well, but it doesn't really swatch too well. You can imagine it on the cheeks, right? It would give it like a really nice flush to the cheeks. So these are the 3. Then I'm going to go in for brighter colors. So for example, I have the Cheek Pop blush from Forever 52 in Cherry Cake. This is really bright if I'm going for like a wedding, or I have much brighter, wearing brighter clothes, or it's one of those celebratory kind of things, then I would wear this. It's quite a peachy. This color is quite universal for all Indian skin tones, and it's a really, really pretty color. I'm going to swatch a bit and show you. I think it doesn't really show too well on, okay. I think I will swatch it on the back of my hand. So, I think you can get how it is. It's more coral, it's more peach. And a really bright one is the Contour de Force Mini Blush in Coral Climax. This one's a really, really bright one. So this I think would go really well. Like, I'd probably use the Rare Beauty and then pile this on top if I want it to stand out and last throughout the day. And my last but not the least is a kind of highlighter cum blush. I usually like matte blushes because I put highlighter, so you don't want your entire cheek to be all glossy. But this is really good, and it's also considered a dupe for the NARS Orgasm Blush. It's by Milani. It's called Dolce Pink 01. It's a baked powder blush, but it does have shimmer in it. So I'm going to show you how shimmery it can get. Can you see that? So if you really want that for like going out or like a party, or I think more for like a night look, I think it would look too shimmery for the day. I'm gonna try and swatch it. Let me know in the comments below if you guys think I'm the worst swatcher in the world. So I'm gonna wipe all of this off, and we're gonna try the blushes on my face so you can see how it looks on the cheeks. So I think for this lip, I like to match my blush to my eyeshadow, my lip. I haven't put eyeshadow on, I just have eyeliner on. So I think I'm going to try and match it to my lips. So I think I'm gonna go in for Rare Beauty Love It. And I'm just gonna take one dot here and one dot here. So I'm also going to show you how I like to apply blush. So if you have a round face like mine, you want to take the blush a little further away so you don't kind of focus on the apples of your cheek. But if you don't have much apples, like you don't have cheeks like me, then you can put it in a little bit inward. What I like to do is, if I look straight into the camera, I try to see the outer third of my eye. So I divide my eye in 1, 2, 3 parts. Outer third is where I put the blush, and then I can go up towards the end of the eye as well. Now liquid blush I like to blend with my fingers. You can blend it with a beauty blender. We're going to see how it is with the fingers. I've heard this is very pigmented. I've tried it once before. Let's see. Ooh, it is very pigmented. So maybe I should have just taken one drop. Wow, I look crazy. So I'm going to take it a little bit into my lids and try and use a bit of that product. You don't want to waste it. Okay, it's starting to blend. I think one side had more than the other. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to take a brush to blend this because it's really... I'm going to take it into my eyelid as well. Onto my nose. I like to put a little blush on my nose as well. Okay, that is a lot of blush. I'm going to put a bit of the Cheek Pop Forever 52 blush in Cherry Cake on top with the same brush I used. I hope you guys can see the color from this. It's like too much. And now I'm going to take a bit of powder to tone this down. This is too much blush. And I'm going to be taking my sugar powder. So this is the Rare Beauty blush in Love and Forever 52 Cheek Pop blush in Cherry Cake. I think you can see how pigmented it is and how much I love blush because there's so much blush on. I would normally put highlighter and contour after this, and I think it would tone it down a little bit, but I just want to show you how blush looks without other products. I hope you guys like this video. Let me know which blushes you like, which ones you want me to swatch and show you, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.